Ever felt like you're just going through the motions? Like there's got to be more to life than this endless grind? Well, you're not alone. We've all been there, staring up at the night sky, wondering what it's all about. Let's rewind a few thousand years. The ancient Greeks and Romans had a pretty good handle on this whole meaning of life thing. They were onto something with their philosophy called Stoicism. It wasn't just some dusty old book. It was a practical guide for navigating life's ups and downs. Stoics, like Marcus Aurelius and Epictetus, weren't just philosophers. They were real people dealing with real-world problems. They had to figure out how to stay calm in a chaotic world, how to find happiness in the face of adversity, and how to live a life that truly mattered. And guess what? They figured it out. In this course, we're going to dive into the timeless wisdom of Stoicism and apply it to our modern lives. We'll explore 13 key lessons that can help you achieve anything you want, from crushing your career goals to finding lasting happiness. Why Stoicism? Because it's not about some pie-in-the-sky idealism. It's about practical tools you can use right now to improve your life. It's about taking control of your mind and your emotions, so you can respond to whatever life throws at you with courage and resilience. So, are you ready to level up your life? To become the best version of yourself? Let's get started. Lesson 1. Know where you're going. Ever felt like you're just drifting through life, like you're not really sure where you're headed? Well, the ancient Stoics had a pretty clever way of keeping themselves on track. They set clear goals. Why is setting goals so important? Think of it like this. If you're driving without a map, how do you know where you're going? You might end up lost, right? The same goes for life. Having clear goals gives you direction and purpose. It's like having a North Star to guide you. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Setting clear goals helps you to focus on what you can control and to react to challenges in a more productive way. So, how do you set effective goals? Be specific. Instead of saying, "I want to be healthy," try something like, "I want to run a 5K in 3 months." Make it measurable. Can you track your progress? For example, instead of saying, "I want to read more," say, "I want to read 1 book per month." Make it achievable. Your goals should be challenging, but realistic. Make it relevant. Your goals should align with your values and overall life purpose. Make it time-bound. Set a deadline for when you want to achieve your goal. Let's say you want to start a new business. A vague goal might be, "I want to be successful." But a more specific and measurable goal would be, "I want to launch my online store by the end of the year and generate $10,000 in revenue within the first 6 months." Why does this work so well? Clear goals give you something to strive for. They provide a sense of purpose and direction. And when you break down your goals into smaller, more manageable steps, it can make the journey feel less overwhelming. Want to try a little exercise? Grab a notebook and write down a few goals you'd like to achieve in the next year. Be as specific as possible. Remember, setting goals is just the first step. The key is to stay focused and take action. As the Stoics would say, it's not enough to have a good mind. The main thing is to use it well. Lesson 2. Live in the now. Ever caught yourself daydreaming about the future or dwelling on the past? It's easy to get lost in thoughts about what could have been or what might be, but the Stoics had a pretty clever way of dealing with this. Focus on the present moment. Why is this so important? Well, the past is gone, and the future is uncertain. The only thing we truly have is right now. When you're constantly thinking about what's next, or what's already happened, you're missing out on the beauty and opportunities of the present. It's like watching a movie, but your eyes are glued to the credits. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most famous Stoics, often reminded himself that everything flows. Things are constantly changing, so there's no point in getting too attached to any particular outcome. So how do you actually focus on the present moment? Mindfulness meditation. This practice involves paying attention to your thoughts and feelings without judgment. It's like hitting the reset button on your mind. Practice gratitude. Focusing on what you're grateful for can help you appreciate the present moment. Engage your senses. Pay attention to what you see, hear, smell, taste, and feel. Limit distractions. Turn off your phone, close unnecessary tabs, and create a quiet space. Let's say you're feeling stressed about a big presentation. Instead of worrying about how it might go, try focusing on your breath. Notice the sensation of the air going in and out of your lungs. This simple act can help you to ground yourself in the present moment and reduce anxiety. Why does this work so well? When you're fully present, you're less likely to experience negative emotions like anxiety or regret. You're also more likely to notice opportunities and enjoy life's little pleasures. Remember, life is a journey, not a destination. By focusing on the present moment, you can make the most of every day. Lesson 3. Embrace the struggle. Ever heard the saying, "What doesn't kill you makes you stronger"? Well, the Stoics would totally agree. They believed that challenges weren't things to be avoided, but rather opportunities for growth. Why is this so important? Think of life like a gym. The more you lift weights, the stronger you get. Similarly, the more challenges you overcome, the more resilient you become. Challenges are like life's little workouts for your mind and soul. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Basically, he was saying that obstacles can actually propel you forward. So, how do you embrace challenges? Reframe your mindset. Instead of seeing challenges as setbacks, view them as opportunities to learn and grow. Focus on what you can control. You can't control everything that happens to you, but you can control how you react to it. Develop a growth mindset. Believe that your abilities can be developed through dedication and hard work. Let's say you're starting a new job and you're feeling a bit overwhelmed. Instead of letting fear hold you back, you could reframe the situation. Think of it as a chance to learn new skills and meet new people. Why does this work so well? When you embrace challenges, you're not only building resilience, but you're also increasing your self-confidence. You're proving to yourself that you can overcome anything. Remember, challenges are a normal part of life. How you respond to them is what defines you. So the next time you're faced with a tough situation, remember the Stoics and embrace the struggle. Lesson 4. Master your mind. Ever started a diet or a workout routine only to give up after a few days? Or maybe you've procrastinated on a big project, knowing full well that you should be working on it. The Stoics had a solution for this: discipline. Discipline isn't about being rigid or restrictive. It's about training your mind to do what you need to do, even when you don't feel like it. It's about mastering your impulses and aligning your actions with your values. Epictetus, one of the most famous Stoics, often said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." This highlights the importance of listening to our inner thoughts and controlling our impulses. So, how do you cultivate discipline? Start small. Begin with small, achievable goals. Create habits. Habits are like autopilot for your brain. Once you establish a habit, it becomes easier to stick to it. Find a role model. Look for people who embody the discipline you want to cultivate. Practice mindfulness. Pay attention to your thoughts and feelings without judgment. Let's say you want to start waking up earlier. Instead of setting an alarm for 5 a.m., start by waking up 15 minutes earlier each day. Once that becomes a habit, you can gradually increase the time. Why does this work so well? Discipline gives you control over your life. It allows you to achieve your goals and live a more fulfilling life. Plus, the more you practice discipline, the easier it becomes. Remember, discipline isn't about perfection, it's about progress. Every small step you take towards your goals is a victory. Lesson 5. Be thankful. Ever felt like you just can't catch a break? Like no matter how hard you try, things never seem to go your way? Well, the Stoics had a pretty clever way of dealing with those negative feelings. Gratitude. Why is gratitude so important? When you focus on what you're grateful for, it shifts your perspective. Instead of dwelling on what you don't have, you start appreciating what you do. It's like putting on a pair of rose-colored glasses. The Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius often wrote about the importance of gratitude. He'd remind himself of all the simple things he had to be grateful for, like his health, his family, and the beauty of nature. So, how do you practice gratitude? Gratitude journal. Write down a few things you're grateful for each day. Mindful meditation. Focus on the present moment and appreciate the little things. Express gratitude to others. Tell people how much they mean to you. Let's say you're having a tough day at work. Instead of focusing on all the things that are going wrong, try to think of something you're grateful for, like a supportive colleague or a cozy home to go to. Why does this work so well? Gratitude can reduce stress, improve your mood, and strengthen your relationships. It can also help you to develop a more positive outlook on life. Remember, gratitude isn't just about feeling good, it's a way of life. By practicing gratitude, you're not only improving your own well-being, but you're also making the world a better place. Lesson 6. Live a good life. Ever wondered what it really means to live a good life? It's not just about chasing pleasure or accumulating wealth. The Stoics believed that the good life was one lived in accordance with virtue. What does virtue mean? Think of it as a quality that makes you a good person. Virtues like courage, justice, wisdom, and temperance are the building blocks of a virtuous life. Marcus Aurelius was all about living a virtuous life. As a Roman emperor, he had immense power, but he chose to use it wisely and justly. So, how do you live a more virtuous life? Practice self-awareness. Pay attention to your thoughts and actions. Develop your character. Strive to become a better person every day. Contribute to your community. Give back to others and make a positive impact. Let's say you see someone drop their wallet. Instead of walking away, you pick it up and return it. That's a small act of kindness, but it's also a demonstration of the virtue of honesty. Why is this so important? Living a virtuous life can bring you a sense of peace and fulfillment. It can also strengthen your relationships with others. Remember, virtue isn't about perfection. It's about striving to be the best version of yourself. Lesson 7. Unplug and recharge. Ever felt like you're constantly bombarded with notifications and information? It's easy to get overwhelmed in our always-on world. The Stoics understood this struggle. They knew that too many distractions could hinder our ability to focus and live a meaningful life. Why are distractions so harmful? Distractions can lead to stress, anxiety, and decreased productivity. They can also make it difficult to form deep connections with others. Marcus Aurelius often talked about the importance of inner peace. He knew that to achieve this, we needed to quiet the noise in our minds. So, how do you limit distractions? Digital detox. Schedule regular breaks from technology. Create a dedicated workspace. Designate a specific area for work or study. Mindfulness meditation. Practice being present in the moment. Set boundaries. Learn to say no and prioritize your time. Imagine you're trying to write a paper, but every few minutes you find yourself checking your phone or social media. This constant switching between tasks can make it difficult to focus and complete your work. Why does limiting distractions work so well? By reducing distractions, you're giving your brain a chance to rest and recharge. This can lead to increased creativity, improved focus, and a greater sense of well-being. Remember, it's okay to disconnect sometimes. In fact, it's essential for our mental health. So, the next time you find yourself feeling overwhelmed, try taking a break from your devices and simply enjoy the moment. Lesson 8. Embrace the fail. Ever messed up big time? Felt like a total failure? You're not alone. In fact, the Stoics would say that failure is a totally normal part of life. And guess what? It's actually a pretty great opportunity. Why is failure such a good thing? Well, first of all, it's human. Everyone screws up sometimes. Secondly, failure is a fantastic teacher. It shows you where you need to improve and helps you grow stronger. Marcus Aurelius, that wise old Roman emperor, was all about embracing life's ups and downs. He saw setbacks as chances to learn and become a better person. So, how do you learn from failure? Don't beat yourself up. We all make mistakes. It's okay. Figure out what went wrong. What could you have done differently? Learn from your mistakes. Use this experience to grow. Move on. Don't let past failures define you. Let's say you bombed a big exam. Instead of beating yourself up, try to figure out why it happened. Maybe you didn't study enough, or maybe you were just too nervous. Once you've identified the problem, you can come up with a plan to do better next time. Why does this work so well? When you embrace failure, you're not only building resilience, but you're also developing a growth mindset. You're learning that setbacks are a normal part of life and that you have the power to overcome them. Remember, failure is not the opposite of success, it's part of it. So, the next time you mess up, don't see it as a defeat. See it as an opportunity to learn and grow. Lesson 9. Never stop learning. Ever felt like you know it all? Yeah, me neither. The truth is, there's always something new to learn. The Stoics, those ancient Greek and Roman philosophers, were huge believers in lifelong learning. They thought knowledge was like a muscle. The more you exercise it, the stronger it gets. Why is knowledge so important? Knowledge is power. It helps us make better decisions, solve problems, and connect with others. Plus, learning new things is just plain fun. Epictetus, one of the most famous Stoics, often said, "The only person you are destined to become is the person you decide to be. And to become that person, you need to keep learning and growing." So, how do you seek knowledge? Read books. There's a whole world of knowledge out there just waiting to be explored. Take online courses. Learn new skills at your own pace. Talk to people. Everyone has something to teach you. Ask questions. Don't be afraid to admit that you don't know something. Let's say you're interested in learning about a new hobby, like coding. Instead of just diving in, you could start by taking an online course or joining a coding community. Why does this work so well? Seeking knowledge can help you overcome challenges, achieve your goals, and live a more fulfilling life. It can also help you to become a more well-rounded and interesting person. Remember, learning is a lifelong journey. There's always something new to discover, so embrace your inner student and never stop learning. Lesson 10. Recharge and renew. Ever felt completely drained, like you're running on empty? It's easy to get caught up in the hustle and bustle of everyday life and forget to take care of ourselves. The Stoics, those ancient philosophers who were all about living a good life, understood the importance of self-care. Why is self-care so important? Think of yourself as a car. If you don't take the time to fill it up with gas and change the oil, it's eventually going to break down. The same goes for our minds and bodies. Self-care helps us to recharge, reduce stress, and improve our overall well-being. Marcus Aurelius often talked about the importance of finding balance in life. He knew that to truly thrive, we needed to take care of our physical and mental health. So, how do you practice self-care? Prioritize sleep. Make sure you're getting enough rest. Exercise regularly. Get your body moving. Eat healthy foods. Fuel your body with nutritious foods. Spend time in nature. Get some fresh air and sunshine. Connect with loved ones. Nurture your relationships. Let's say you've been feeling stressed and overwhelmed lately. Instead of ignoring your feelings, try taking a relaxing bath, reading a good book, or spending time with a loved one. Why does this work so well? Self-care is an investment in yourself. It helps you to show up as the best version of yourself for your work, your relationships, and your life. Remember, self-care isn't selfish, it's essential. So, make time for yourself every day. Your future self will thank you. Lesson 11. Choose your tribe wisely. You've heard the saying, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. It's a pretty accurate statement. The people we surround ourselves with have a huge impact on our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. The Stoics, those ancient philosophers who were all about living a good life, understood this concept well. Why are the people we surround ourselves with so important? The people in our lives can either lift us up or drag us down. They can inspire us to be our best selves, or they can hold us back. Epictetus, a famous Stoic philosopher, often talked about the importance of choosing our company wisely. He believed that we should surround ourselves with people who are virtuous and who will challenge us to become better people. So, how do you surround yourself with positive people? Evaluate your relationships. Are the people in your life supportive and uplifting? Spend time with positive people. Seek out people who inspire and motivate you. Let go of toxic relationships. It's okay to distance yourself from people who bring negativity into your life. Imagine you have a friend who is always complaining and bringing you down. Spending time with this person can make you feel negative and drained. On the other hand, spending time with a friend who is supportive and encouraging can make you feel happy and motivated. Why does this work so well? When you surround yourself with positive people, you're more likely to have a positive outlook on life. You're also more likely to achieve your goals and live a happy and fulfilling life. Remember, the people you choose to spend your time with have a direct impact on your happiness. So, choose wisely. Lesson 12. Chill out. Ever felt like you're in a constant rush? Like there's never enough time to get everything done? You're not alone. In our fast-paced world, it's easy to forget the importance of patience. The Stoics, those ancient Greek and Roman philosophers who were all about living a good life, understood the value of patience. Why is patience so important? Patience helps us to stay calm in stressful situations, build stronger relationships, and achieve our goals. It's like a muscle. The more you practice it, the stronger it gets. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor who was also a Stoic philosopher, often talked about the importance of accepting things that are out of our control. He believed that by focusing on what we can control and letting go of what we can't, we can find greater peace and happiness. So, how do you practice patience? Mindfulness meditation. This practice can help you to stay present in the moment and reduce stress. Deep breathing. When you're feeling overwhelmed, take a few deep breaths to calm your mind. Count to 10. This simple technique can give you a moment to pause and think before reacting. Practice gratitude. Focusing on the positive things in your life can help you to feel more content and patient. Imagine you're stuck in traffic. Instead of getting angry and frustrated, you could use this time to listen to a podcast, enjoy the scenery, or simply relax. Why does this work so well? Patience allows us to see the bigger picture and understand that things take time. It also helps us to build resilience and bounce back from setbacks. Remember, patience is a virtue. By cultivating patience, you'll be better equipped to handle life's challenges and live a more fulfilling life. Lesson 13. Live in the now. Ever caught yourself daydreaming about the future or dwelling on the past? It's a common human experience, but the Stoics, those ancient philosophers who were all about living a good life, would tell you that the only moment that truly matters is now. Why is living in the moment so important? When we're constantly thinking about what's next or what's already happened, we miss out on the beauty and joy of the present moment. It's like watching a movie and thinking about what you're going to eat for dinner instead of being fully immersed in the story. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, often wrote about the importance of focusing on the present moment. He believed that by doing so, we could find greater peace and happiness. So, how do you live in the moment? Mindfulness meditation. This practice helps you to focus on your breath and become more aware of your thoughts and feelings. Practice gratitude. Take time each day to appreciate the good things in your life. Engage your senses. Pay attention to the sights, sounds, smells, tastes, and textures around you. Limit distractions. Turn off your phone and put away your devices. Imagine you're sitting on a beautiful beach, listening to the sound of the waves. Instead of thinking about work or your to-do list, try to fully immerse yourself in the experience. Feel the warmth of the sun on your skin, smell the salty air, and listen to the sound of the waves crashing against the shore. Why does this work so well? Living in the moment helps to reduce stress and anxiety. It also allows us to appreciate the simple things in life and build stronger connections with the people around us. Remember, the present moment is a gift. By learning to live in the now, you can experience greater joy, peace, and fulfillment. So, we've journeyed through 13 lessons rooted in the ancient wisdom of Stoicism. We've explored concepts like virtue, resilience, and the power of the present moment. But remember, learning isn't a destination, it's a journey. Just as the Stoics practiced their philosophy daily, so too should we. Every day offers new opportunities to put these lessons into practice. Whether you're facing a challenging project at work, a difficult conversation with a loved one, or simply a stressful day, the tools you've learned in this course can help you navigate it with grace and equanimity. As Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is a perspective, not the truth." This is the core of Stoic philosophy. By questioning our beliefs and challenging our assumptions, we can free ourselves from the chains of limiting thoughts and live a more fulfilling life. Remember, your thoughts create your reality. You have the power to control your mind. Happiness is not a destination, it's a journey. So go out there and live your life to the fullest. Embrace challenges as opportunities for growth. And remember, you are capable of achieving anything you set your mind to. As you continue on your journey, keep these questions in mind. How can I apply these lessons to my daily life? What new challenges can I overcome? Who can I inspire with my newfound wisdom? The world is waiting for you. Go out there and make a difference. Remember, this isn't goodbye. It's just the beginning.